Oh, okay. I've never seen one like that before.
This is what democracy looks like.
Yeah!
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. We're going to start really soon. We're waiting for our featured speaker, Antonio Diaz Garosa. I think he's really close. He's here. Okay, then I'm going to start. Hey everybody! Thanks for coming out! Bo, and I helped to organize this, and it's so great to see such a good crowd here today. Thank you for coming out. Pretty soon we're going to introduce our great Mayor, Antonio Villagarosa, but I want to thank these people first. You know, we're doing this just on the fly because the LAPD has been kind enough to let us be here. I want to thank Captain Ippolito and Sergeant Aziz, as well as Captain Churchill. They've been very kind and supportive of us. Thank you, LAPD Pacific Division. This fabulous sound system was from LA Sound Rentals. They gave us a really, really good feeling. It's a beautiful system, isn't it? Can you all hear me? Yeah. We can go louder. I want to thank the Indivisible Group and also NoKings.org. Isn't that an amazing group? They are so cool. Departments of Recs and Parks, they've been helping out too. They're allowing us to be here. Thank you guys. So here we are. No Kings. So our plans, we'll have a few speakers, and then we're gonna march down to that park at the end of the walk. It's about 0.8 of a mile along the walk. There's a grassy knoll area over there, and if you guys want to wave your signs at that card, you can do that. But we all have to stay on the parking lot of the streets. That's the beauty of this spot. You know, there's no cars to deal with, so we're lucky in that respect. All right, as soon as we get Antonio up here, I'll introduce him. Take two.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Everybody, here he is!
Yeah!
Antonio Villagarosa, come on up! We are blessed to have such a passionate speaker and such a good candidate.
Hey everybody, come on a little closer.
Yeah!
Get ahead of us, you don't have to scream. And let me just say to all of you, thank you. Thank you for caring enough about our democracy, about our country, to come here today and make a difference. You know, I first got involved and I see there's younger people here and there's also people who've been on the planet for a while. And one of the things, I got started at 15 years old with the farm workers boycott, with the immigrant rights movement, with the civil rights movement. I worked at the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, enforcing our civil rights laws and employment discrimination in our country. I was president of the ACLU. And I'll tell you something, everybody. In my entire life, and I've been here a while, in my entire life, I've never seen immigration agents covered from head to toe like the Ku Klux Klan, unidentified, shooting people in the back, violently arresting people. They said they were going to go after violent criminals. For most of these people, the only crime they've committed is the crime of crossing the border because they're hungry. They said they were going to secure the border, but instead they're terrorizing communities, tearing kids from the arms of their parents. How many parents here today? Would you let somebody tear your kids from your arms?
Hell no! Hell no!
The government of the United States of America. You know, the reason why it's so important for us to be here is because we've seen this movie before. Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and now Iran. We've seen what happens when people come together and say no to war, no to a military-industrial complex that sends people to war but doesn't feed them in their own country. This state is the fourth largest economy in the world. We have the highest poverty rate in the United States of America. It used to be that in the United States, you could start from the bottom and go to the top like no country in the world. You know where we are today? 36. That dream isn't what it used to be, everybody. And it's important for us right now. This is a No Kings rally. Why? Because the United States of America fought for freedom and liberty against King George. Against the notion that you can't tax us without representing us, without us being able to represent ourselves. We're sitting in a war that nobody asked for. We're sitting in a war that's bringing up grocery prices, gas prices, every kind of price, in a state where most of us can't afford to pay rent. And so it's important for you to be here. But it's also important for us to grow this movement, everybody. Yes, it's about coming to a rally. But let me submit to you, it's also about voting. We voted for Prop 50 because we're going to protect our democracy. We got to vote to get those people out of the White House and the House and Senate. But we got to do more than just marching, everybody. We saw what happened when we fought in the Civil Rights Movement, a peaceful movement to make America be all that it's held itself out to be. A country where all men are created equal and women, all women as well. At the end of the day, this is a great country, but it's a great country because we fought to make it better. And we've got to keep on fighting. This rally's important. Some of you are going to the other rally. I am too. In fact, I've been to the No Kings rally from the first time they started them. But we can't just do rallies. We got to vote. We got to march. We got to build a movement, everybody. A movement to protect our democracy. A movement that says no to ICE raids that rip kids from their mamas. A movement that says
No ICE! No ICE!
no ICE. A movement that says that in a great and generous country, we ought to be able to work hard and have health care. We ought to be able to have a social security system at the end of the rainbow. Our kids ought to be able to have good schools. That when I became the president of all the mayors in the country, I got up and Obama was our president. Somebody I voted for and someone I supported. But we were in Afghanistan and Iraq at the time. And as president of the Conference of Mayors, I said, we can't continue to build bridges and hospitals in Baghdad and Kandahar and not Baltimore and Kansas City. The problem with this war is we're not investing in our country. We're not addressing the fact that we have so much poverty in the richest country in the world. We're not saying that we've got to marshal our resources to take on climate change and to stand up for the notion that civil rights matters. These guys are trying to get rid of DEI, but they're doing more than that. They're getting rid of black generals, female generals, saying for the sole reason that because they're black or because they're a woman, they must have had a leg up. Women, have you ever got a leg up?
No!
People of color, have we ever got a leg up?
No!
So, look, this is important. It's great to be here in Venice. If you can, go downtown later on. But it's not just this. We've got to build a movement. And a movement of people that don't agree on everything. They may be in the middle, they may be on the left, they may be center right, but what we agree on, we're going to fight for our democracy. What we agree on, we got to stop this war. What we agree on, that it's unacceptable that in a great and generous America that we're scapegoating the immigrants in the way that we have. It's unacceptable that we're so rich and there are so many people that are so poor. And so I don't want to go on and on because you're going to hear from more people, but I do want to say this. I love Venice, by the way. I lived on Venice when I left the mayor's office. I lived on Venice for about a year. And I love this part of the city.
We love you too, Mayor.
It's a part of the city where people care. It's a part of the city where people say, you know what? I still believe in a great and generous America, but I'm going to fight for her. And that's why we're here. We're going to fight for our democracy. We're going to fight against the man that wants to be king. The grifter in chief. You know, this really rich guy told me the other day, and you got to hear this. He said, remember when he was running? Everybody questioned whether he was really a billionaire. And then once he was in office, nobody questioned it anymore. And this guy said, he's going to hit the century mark. And we already see it. We already see that this grifter in chief has gotten rich off the misery of Americans. And we've got to say no to kings. No to people stealing from us, diverting funds that should go to homelessness, that should go to training people for the jobs of the future, that should go to educating our kids, that should go to keeping our streets safe, that should go to end homelessness, that should go to investing in America again. So thank you. Keep on fighting, everybody. But remember, don't mourn, organize. Build this movement. Spread this movement. Make it a movement that stands up for what America said it is. A place where every one of us are equal. Every one of us deserve the dream. Thank you so much.